I don't see nothing
amazing.
I don't see nothing amazing.
I never dreamed this could happen. Everything is working again. It's like life has been restored to the whole town. Every karakuri is working again. Oh, then the karakuri at the forge will be... This I have to see.
Oh.
Well, Natsuma is happy. To be honest, there are dozens of things I'd like to experiment with, too. And if you wouldn't mind, I'll be needing your help with many of them. Wow. Isn't this something? I expect you're dying to look around town. I know I am.
Yeah, let me see.
Just think of the dust flying off all those old karakuri as they spring back to life. The bathhouse near the town gates, for example. The hot waters will be flowing again. Ah, they don't need an attendant now. It couldn't have gone better. And
New
it's
armor.
all thanks to you.
Whoa! Talk about a surprise.
Where's she at? What's up?
Sumimasen. I just can't stop watching. It's so fascinating.
Tell me you got other weapons.
This karakuri can maintain a higher temperature in the hearth. That would mean I could forge various materials I couldn't forge before.
New weapons?
So I'll be much more used to you now. To everyone in Minato, in fact. The times I've tried and failed to get all the things in this forge working again. Most of this equipment has been gathering dust. But now, it's had a new lease on life. Minato could thrive again, like in the old days. And it's all come about thanks to you. I honestly don't know how to express my gratitude. Nothing I could say would be enough. Just, arigato. Thank you so, so much. Now that the karakuri are all working again, I'm eager to gather the materials I need to make these little ones of mine really shine.
Okay.
And it's got me thinking. There's this old hunter's camp up on the highlands to the north of the Blossom Trail. I've passed it a few times when I've been out looking for materials, but since no one's been using it, it's fallen into disrepair. If we could whip it into shape, I'm sure it would be a useful base to head out hunting from. Which would be good for both of us. What do you say? Do you want to fix up the old camp together?
Sure. All right. So when we head out, I'll see you guys on the adventure. Boom.
All right. Let's get this new camp set up. We should aim for the highlands to the north, just beyond the Sakura Cave.
Say less. So I am going to use the hunting tower that I sent. Well, I made over here to locate this place. It's kind of nice outside, I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh shit, she's following me? Bitch, you gonna die. Like, she must not know what we be fighting.
That's strange. It should be around here.
What should be
What
around
we
here?
need is a karakuri to help us find a camp.
Huh? Bro. This is definitely a good place to set up camp. I don't know what you're talking about. Or maybe not. Use the hunting tower to find a super base for a camp. I did, right? Maybe somewhere deep in here. Here you go. Usually somewhere in the higher grounds. Ta-da!
Here we are then. Let's get to work.
Conjure up a tent, the camp, of course. See, I knew it was something like this. So tent, yeah.
Let me know when you're finished over there.
I'm finished.
The camp's coming together nicely, I think. Time for a break, maybe?
Nope. Let's push on.
Alright then, let's. Just tell me whenever you want to stop.
Oh.
The camp's coming together nicely, I think. We can have a chat while we catch our breath.
Of course. We can have a chat.
You
We
came
catch
to
our
Minato
breath.
from the west, didn't you? Along the mountain path. That means you must have walked right around the foot of the secret mountain. That's what we call it. But people from Minato don't venture that way anymore. It was a sacred place for the hunters of old. Much like the Spirit Isle, I think. But I've never heard of any settlements or tracks that way. I suppose the weather's too inhospitable. Sometimes you see clouds of kocho fluttering around the mountainsides, though.
Sounds pretty creepy.
I suppose it is. I mean, they're very pretty, but you're right. They're called eternity ringlets. That particular type of kocho. I suppose because they gather by the injured and the dead. In the old days, some people even thought that humans in kemono turned into kocho when they died. Anyway, ready to get back to work? Let's get this camp finished off.
There's got to be a big beast like about to show up, right?
Let's leave it there for today, shall we?
And there's a big beast about to show up.
Another one? They're getting very frequent lately.
Oh, no, I'm not killing that. I'm not killing that. That is a monster with rocks on it. I'm not killing that, bro. It's a bear with rocks on it, bro. Yeah, I'm good. And it creates boulders. It's a bear. And he goes back to sleep. It's like a bear tree.
Is it asleep?
Yeah, we gotta kill this. What's she doing? I hope she don't go down there.
Really? Interesting.
Yes, really.
It was like a moving mountain. Honestly, I've never seen such a huge and terrifying kimono.
Me
It
neither.
reminds me of something I read in the records from centuries ago. A giant kimono ripped across the land. The castle, the town, the people, all were swallowed in rock.
The legend of the earth.
If this is the same creature, it would explain the frequent tremors we've been experiencing recently.
We gotta kill it.
Even the strange behavior we observed in the other kimono could be traced back to this giant.
All my life I've lived in Minato, and I had no idea such a kimono lived so close.
Yeah.
Well, kimono only stray outside of their territory in exceptional circumstances, and they rarely show themselves to us. Remember, all kimono, no matter how big or small, are sustained by the same energy, celestial thread. And since celestial thread is ubiquitous, they have no need
Ubiquitous.
to wander in search of it.
But Dad, why has this kimono... could it be because there's no thread left in its territory, perhaps?
Yes, that's my hypothesis too. I believe our giant is hungry. due to some great change in the flow of thread in its environment. Now, we recently flooded our town with celestial thread by restoring the karakuri on the spirit island.
That is true.
So, unfortunately, we've made Minato look rather appetizing.
But that's terrible. That means this Kemono is going to expand its territory this way and swallow us up.
Try to.
I wish I could fault your logic, and I'm afraid we can't reverse what we've done. I had a nagging feeling that something might go wrong, but not this wrong. If only I had investigated the possible outcomes more thoroughly.
No one's to blame. None of us could have anticipated this. We didn't know anything. Wait. Didn't you say you'd encountered this bear once before? Heading from the sacred mountain towards Minato?
Oh. So that means it comes from a habitat to the north. And you're saying it was on the move even before our work at the ruins?
Yep.
But no, we don't have time to be pondering the cause. We must decide how to act, and quickly.
Kill it. Then we defeat it. Then I don't have to jail.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I realize your hunting skills are exceptional, but no single person could dispatch a beast of that size.
Yes, I can.
Even if everyone in town pulled together, the best we could hope to do is give it a nasty surprise to begin with before... No, come on, Suzuran. You owe it to Minato to fix this. Think now. Going along the Harugasumi Way, its enormous bulk will mean it has to descend into the river. If we can position Karakuri along the bluff, we might be able to defeat it before it hits the town. I think that's the only workable strategy at this point. I'll talk to the elders about preparing the necessary Karakuri.
It better be.
What I need you to do is buy us some time. Without a chance to prepare, I'm afraid we're doomed.
How much time?
I wonder if I could... Sorry, I need to go and test something. Meet me later at the forge.
It's going to take all we've got to overcome this threat. The town needs your help now more than ever.
Duh. I'm him. We all knew that.
Believe me, I'm doing everything I can think of.
Oh, I am. I mean,
Good. You're here.
yes, ma'am.
If we can't live in Minato anymore, where do we go?
Shut up.
Sorry to run off in the middle of a conversation like that, but I had an idea that couldn't wait. I'll come straight to the point. I need some kimono materials, and I need them fast.
Okay.
I started playing around with some new innovations after all the karakuri came back to life, you see.
Do
And
weapons?
I think I might have come up with a weapon we can use to fight that giant kimono.
Thank God.
It's clearly a rock kimono of some kind, isn't it? Did you notice how its body was covered in deep crevices?
Yeah.
And how kocho were fluttering around those parts? In the same sort of way that they swarm over the corpses of kimono, or their wounds. Well, if those crevices are wounds too, they could be weak points. And with my new weapon, we could target them from the ground.
Is that like a...
Which is why I really need those materials.
I got you, folk.
I'm basically after a large quantity of iron sand. More than we have time to dig out of the ground, though. But I've remembered that Nobu mentioned a rumor about a kimono that scatters iron sand.
Wow.
I'm sorry to be asking yet another favor, but do you think you could help?